Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a fast, responsive web page using HTML and CSS. We will use media queries to accomplish that, but I'm going to keep things simple. So let's get going. We are going to add the boilerplate for HTML, and I'm going to change the title to responsive web page. And right here, we are going to, inside of the body tag. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to add a div with the class of container, because this div will contain all of our web page content. So I'm going to give myself more space here. All right, and I have pushed the end tag a little bit down. So inside of this tag, what we are going to do is that we are going to add the header. So I'm going to say div class header. So this will include an h1 element, so my website. You can add a nice title to your web page, it's up to you, but I'm not going to pay attention to what we are adding right now. Under it, we are going to add another div, and we are going to give it the class of sidebar. So let's add an h2 here, and let's say sidebar. And some content paragraph. Right below it, we are going to add another one. And this will be the main, all right? So this will be the main part of our web page. Add an h3 element here, and it will say main content area. And let me add a paragraph. Now, this is optional. You can add another one for extra content. Let's say that we are going to add some extra content to this web page. So I'm going to say extra and add an h5 that says extra content. Okay, we are going to add a paragraph under it. That says extra content. Now under this div, we are going to add the footer. So div, let's give it a class. I'll call it footer. So this will be the footer of our web page. So this will include copyright. Now let's style this web page and let's make it look better. So inside of the head, we are going to link a style sheet. So I'm going to say link real for relationship. I'm going to say style sheet, and href, I'm going to call it responsive.css. Now we are going to click on file and new file. I'm going to name it responsive.css, just like this one here. So I'm going to save it here, and now I have that responsive CSS here. If the name of my href file is correct, if I change the background color of the body, it should change the background color of my web page. So let me change it to this color, and as you notice, it has changed it. So it means that I have successfully linked the style sheet. So I'm going to get rid of that style for now, and let's go to the body again. So body, and I want to set the margin to 0 because I don't want any margin around my web page. And let me change the font family to monospace, so it will be this basic font. It will apply this font to all of my web page. Now let's go to the next line, on line 5. So let's select the container. So I'm going to say dot container because we have placed all of our web content inside of this selector. So I'm going to say display flex, and as you notice, it will basically set everything next to each other. So it will be like this when you set it to flex. All right, so you see it's one row right now, just like that. And this is not what I want on a huge screen. So we will build this and we'll improve the look of it. So let's wrap it. So for example, I'm going to say flex-wrap, no wrap. So now by default it's no wrap. It means even if I shrink the page, you see that it doesn't wrap. So I want, if I shrink it, for example, I want to put this one here and this one here and so on. So I'm going to say wrap instead of no wrap. So now you see it's a little bit better. So you see it says my website, but as soon as it becomes nicer as I view it on a small screen. So I'll keep it like that. And now let's go to line 9. So on line 9, we are going to select the header. So dot header and comma dot footer. So we are going to select both of these together. So I'm going to change the background color to something dark. So I'm going to say dark blue. And as you notice, now this is my header and this is the footer. So I'm going to keep it like that. Let's change the color to white. So hashtag FFF color. And let's set the width to 100%. So width 100%. So as you notice now, we have a sense of a header and a footer. And let's set the text to center. So text align center. So now you see we have centered the header and the footer. And let's add some padding around it. So I'm going to add padding of 10 pixels to both of these. All right, so that's it for the header and the footer. And let's go to line 16. So on line 16, we are going to select this sidebar and the main content and the extra. So I'm going to say dot sidebar, comma, dot main, comma, and dot extra to select the extra as well. And we are going to open the curly braces. So I'm going to set the flex to 1 for all of them. So they'll all have the same size. And let me add some padding. So I'm going to say 15 pixels and box dash sizing border box. So now I'm going to change the background color of each of them. So I'm going to say sidebar, two curly braces, and background color. And let me say azure, for example. Or let me change it to a darker color so we'll see what's going on in there. So dot sidebar, dot main. I'm going to copy this color, but I'm going to change it to a different color for this one. So let me go with green and dot extra. Copy this background color again, paste it. Let me change it to something blue. Okay. And let me change this color. Okay. So you see we have 3 boxes, and this is what it looks like on your screen. And if we shrink it, you see it becomes like this. So this extra content, because it doesn't have enough space for this content, so as I reach it to the edge of the screen, it's going to push this whole thing down. So you see now my extra content is here. And let's make it more responsive right now. Now, let's say that we want to apply a different style to the header and the footer on a smaller screen. So to do that, we can use this media role. So add media, and you can keep it simple. You can open 2 parentheses and say max dash width, colon, and you add a screen size. For example, 600 pixels. So if this is true, so if it's a screen that is less than 600 pixels or less, or a viewport that is 600 pixels or less, it's going to apply whatever you have inside of this media role, and it's going to ignore what you have above it. So now I'm going to go to the header and the footer selector. So I'm going to copy this whole thing, and I'm going to place it inside of that one. So I'm going to place it here. So you see, I have brought in the same thing, but I'm going to change the background to a different one. So you see, now on a smaller screen, we are applying this color. But on a huge screen, you see, if it's bigger than 600 pixels, it's going to ignore this and it's going to apply this because it's bigger than 600. But now if we view it on a smaller viewport, as you notice, it's going to change the background color. So let me change it to a green color so you'll see what's going on. So you see on a smaller screen, we are applying this green color, and on a bigger screen, we are applying this blue color. This is something that I wanted to show you. So I'm going to get rid of the footer and the header from the media role. And inside of the media role, we are going to select the header. So I'm going to say dot header, and I'm going to set the order to 1. All right. So we have this for order. You see, I said become 1. It went down all the way. It's okay. We will fix this. So now I'm going to go to the sidebar. So dot sidebar, and I'm going to say order colon 2. So you see that it's going to come under it. Now we are going to select the main, then comes the main. So I'm going to say main and order colon 3. So you see first, so order and then main, and we are going to select the extra, and you have guessed it, the order will be 4 for extra. And as you notice, my footer is up here now, so I want my footer to be all the way down here. So I can say dot footer, and I can give it a bigger number, so I'm going to make it 5. So you see my footer has came down all the way to the bottom. So this is what we have on a small screen, and this is what we have on a huge screen. All right. So you see now there are 3 paragraphs next to each other, and if I shrink the page, at some point you see it becomes smaller, and it becomes like this. So let's add some content to the web page. So let me go to HTML. So instead of this small short paragraph, I'm going to add a paragraph with LO, and if I press enter, you see it's going to add this long paragraph there. So I have that there, and let me add some paragraph here with the same text, and I'll keep it like this. So you see this is the extra content. So you see you can place your navigation for the sidebar. You see this is where you can place your navigation. And this is basically it about building a responsive web page, everyone. So I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.